Hi, team. Welcome to the Mosaic. This is the place where we piece together life and business, one intentional piece at a time to create something masterful. So, today's episode is maybe a continuation of the previous episode, and it is inspired by a simple question. During a job interview that I was conducting, and this candidate, to be honest, caught me off guard a little bit. And he said that he did a little search on me before this video interview and saw that I am a podcasting and my online presence, and I was being asked, how do I do it all? So, as I said, I got caught off guard a little bit, and I think I gave a decent answer, and my answer was something along the lines of, well, I wake up early, I work hard, and the time zone difference between my full-time job and everything that I do gives me the leverage. And that is true, right? And what I was talking about was completely true. But it really was not a complete picture of how really this all comes together. So I hope that the candidate is going to listen to this podcast and really hear the full story. Because I do want to give you the full, unfiltered answer. Because this is the real story. Because the truth is, I don't do it all. I don't do this all by myself. And not without help, not without structure, and not without intention. Okay, so let me break it down for you how I really do it all. Okay, so as I said, the first thing, let's start there. I don't do it all by myself. So this is the first one. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about how this podcast episodes go. I record this podcast, but I don't do the production. I don't do the editing. I don't do the uploading. I don't do the formatting. That is all my husband. My husband is a musician, and this is totally something right up his alley. He's so talented, and he's so efficient, and he loves doing this stuff, and he's so good at it, and he makes this podcast sound amazing. And as soon as I record the podcast, I don't upload it. I actually just save the podcast in a format that he wanted me to do. And it is in a folder that I gave access him to. So he just takes it from there. So I know he's going to be listening to this episode, right? Because he's going to be editing it. Honey, thank you. I love you. You're amazing. Thank you so much for your help. I don't know how I could do it all without you. So when people ask me, how do I do it all? Really, my first answer should be, I don't. I am supported by amazing people like my husband. Okay, so that is that. That is the first answer. And that is the real place to start with. Now, the second place to follow with that is I leverage systems, and I'm not afraid to invest in them. So, as you know, I have a technology background, so I love technology. I use tech to my advantage. So there are platforms and there are tools that I pay for monthly. Yes, it costs me money, but I did stop seeing money as something to hoard, right? And like time is yours and mine biggest asset. So if something is going to save me time, I decided that I'm going to invest in it. So I have systems that automate my podcast distribution across many platforms. I have a scheduler. What my husband does is, by the way, I don't upload. My husband uploads the podcast that he puts together, episodes that he puts together to the scheduler, social media auto postings. So even when I'm not online, things are happening, things are moving. And guess what? I don't upload my podcasts, right, to these platforms. My husband does. So once again, it's not all me, not by me personally, not my the help that I get, but also the systems work for me. Okay, so that is the second piece. Now the third one is that I don't waste time, but I still get rest. Okay, so that's another important point to bring up. Yes, I do work or wake up early, and yes, I do work hard. But I get my me time in. I journal, I do my infrared sauna, I do my yoga practice, I walk, and I record. So maybe you can, I record the episodes as I prepare for the episodes, as I do things during my me time. So sometimes it is called the habit stacking, right? I don't scroll, I don't binge watch news, but what I do is so I create margin in my life for things that matter to me, like this podcast, right? So when I am in the infrared sauna, what I do is I start outlining my podcast. I start coming up with affirmations. I journal. I get inspired. When I go on a walk, I get inspired. When I unwind, right, and when I need the rest, I might turn on my smart TV. Sometimes I catch on a few YouTubers that I follow, and I get inspired by them. Sometimes the inspiration comes from my TV, right? Watching TV. So I don't know if you call it like unwinding time, but it is still inspiring to me. And if I really, really need to unwind, let's be real, right? I'm human. And I turn on Netflix. I do have Netflix binges. So but 80% of the time, right? I am a human being. I do scroll sometimes too, right? 20% of the time. But 80%, I wake up early and you won't catch me up, right? By 1 a.m. So I create the margin for things that matter, but I also habit stack and I don't waste time. Okay. So then the next thing is really podcasting is becoming my digital journal. The point about this is last year I was really big on journaling. And I still love it. But this year I'm noticing that since I started recording, podcasting has become my new journal. It's raw, it's real, and while I'll talk to you, I'm also talking to me. I'm brainstorming ideas in the sauna after yoga. I record voice notes during my walks. I script episodes while I'm walking and even like washing dishes. So this is just becoming like something that part of my life now. And it totally makes it sustainable. It's not like an extra work. Now, when I do the recording though, by the way, the whole recording equipment is something kudos, again, a shout out to my husband, set it up for me. Audio quality, I want the audio quality of the episode to be exceptional. and he set up the right equipment for me. I just push a button and I record. But that's the only place when I sit down and record the episodes, and I usually do batch recording. So anyhow, so that is something that I take time to do, but it is very sustainable, minimal effort is what I need to say there. But the fourth point of it is this way of life becoming a way of life for me, right? It's embedded in my everyday work that I do. It's something that I do. It's not like an extra thing that I take on. And then finally, maybe it is along the same line, but it's slightly different. I think that's all about having a growth mindset and trusting the process. And maybe this is one of the most important pieces, because I stay in my growth zone. I don't need to know every step of the way. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take aligned action one step at a time if it is meaningful. And I trust that if my heart is in the right place, I will be guided. Like a good example is the idea for my social posts, for my episodes. And for the 18th or the 20th episodes into me podcasting, I was thinking about ways of how I can market the podcast. And I really didn't want my social media posts to be one of those like, oh, hey, just go to this link and listen to the episode, and here's a few things about the episode, and so on. I just didn't want it that way. But then during one of my walks, and I honestly didn't sit down and try to think about the strategy session about how this is all going to go. It really came to me during one of my walks, morning walks. And just like that, I realized that the affirmations that I record in each episode is my message for social media. That is the value add. Like someone can go to my Instagram and start listening to the episode, just the affirmations. If they don't want to listen to the entire episode, that's fine. But they will still get the value on my Instagram profile. And that's what that they are what I need to share with this world, right? With the world. So how do I do it all? To be honest, like in a quick recap, maybe, first of all, I get help. I invest in automation. Yes, I work early, and yes, I stay grounded. Yes, I work hard. I do the things that matter. So I stay intentional. And I let the process evolve. And I'm so excited for the journey. Like I don't know where this is gonna go, but I love it. I'm doing it, and I'm excited about where I can take this. And I stay connected to why I am doing this. So if you're listening to this wondering, well, she's doing great. Can I do something like this? Yes, you can. You can do something like this. And you don't have to try to do it just like me. Just feel free to pick these ideas, but do it like you. But know that help is there. Please accept the help. Utilize the systems. Embed grace into what you do, because these things are not optional. They are necessary, okay? All right, so for my affirmations, people, I want you to repeat after me, say it, feel it, breathe these affirmations. I do not need to do it all alone. I welcome support with gratitude and trust. I am not behind. I am building something real. I honor my energy, my time, and my gifts. I invest in what supports my mission. I trust my process. I follow my purpose. And I am building my mosaic one intentional step at a time. All right, my friends. So action steps. In the Mosaic podcasts, we don't just listen each episode and inspired and go about our way. Okay? You listen to this far. I want you to take a few steps, okay? Today, I want you to audit your time. What are you doing that someone else could do for you? And maybe they could do it much better than you, right? So I want you to invest wisely, look at technology, look at the systems that could add up and free up your time and mental bandwidth. Stop scrolling and making room for things in your life, for the purpose, for the life that you want to, for what you want to put in the world. Create that margin. You can do it. If you do the time audit, you can do it. And don't go it alone. Ask for help, delegate, partner with someone. You don't have to pay for someone. Maybe someone has the same purpose, mission for you and believes in your dreams and mission. Maybe you can do it together. And I want you to just let it evolve. Stop trying to make it just perfect. Just start somewhere and grow as you go. Okay? So I am not a superhuman by any means. I'm just a person who decided that my voice mattered. Okay? And that I am not going to let time, tech, or self-doubt keep me sharing my message. So if you've been wanting to build something, I just want you to do it. Start imperfect. Okay, grow as you go. And if you want to work with me, just, you can go to my website, arzugazi.com. But you can also follow me on Instagram at arzugazi to get daily affirmations from all the episodes that you have been following, sneak peeks, okay? And you can finally put a face to the message, okay? I would love that. But I love you and I believe in you. And I am out until next time. Keep building this mosaic one powerful piece at a time.